Welcome back to the Nintendo Wiretap for Thursday, April 16th, 2020. My name is Amiibo Jason, and on today's episode, it was a relatively slow news day, but I think we can figure some stuff out here. So, without further ado, let's take a look. Alright, coming in at number 1 today, we have a release date for Spongebob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom, Rehydrated. Alright, if you're a fan of Spongebob SquarePants, or just platformers in general like I am, you'll be happy to know that on June 23rd, 2020, THQ Nordic is releasing Spongebob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom. Not only did we get that release date, we also got some brand new footage in a new trailer that was released today as well. And if you want to go absolutely bonkers and spend a fortune, there's some crazy special editions you can buy of this game too. I have links to those in the description down below. Now, I've never played the game before. I mean, I like platformers, so I might pick this thing up just for that, but if you're a SpongeBob fan, let me know if you've played this game and if it's worth my hard-earned money. Alright, coming in at number 2, this one's kind of cool. Bandai Namco has announced that Jump Force is coming to the Nintendo Switch. Now, if you're not familiar with Jump Force, the best way I can describe it is kind of like Super Smash Bros. For anime. I guess that's the best way to put it. I'm sure some people are going to say I'm dead wrong on that. So it essentially takes characters from the company called Shonen Jump, puts them together in this hyper-stylized arena battle fighting system, and it includes characters like Yu-Gi-Oh!, there's Luffy from One Piece, it even has Goku from Dragon Ball Z. Now, this game is coming in a deluxe edition, which is going to include the base game plus the first DLC character pass. A second character pass is also coming out that includes fighters from My Hero Academia. Now, I'm going to just go on record, I'm not really an anime fan, so this game's not doing a whole lot for me, but the fighting looks pretty fun. I played this game at E3, I think, maybe 2 years back, and it definitely was a good time, so it's nice to see that it's coming to the Switch. If you want to see more information on this, we have a link in the description down below that shows the full trailer announcing the Switch version and details on the game's release. Now, we are still waiting on a release date for this, but it is supposed to be coming out in Japan at least sometime in 2020. We're still waiting on that US release information, but stay tuned for that. We'll let you know as soon as more information comes to light. Now, have you ever played this game? Are you a fan of Jump Force? Let me know down in those comments below. Next up, we can finally answer that age-old question, can the Nintendo Switch play Crysis? And apparently, yes it can. Now, one of the common refrains of the late 2000s was essentially discussing if new video game hardware could run Crysis. I remember I used to work at Best Buy back in the day, and everybody asked, will that run Crysis? Will my Palm Pilot run Crysis? Well, the first-person shooter was a graphical showcase when it first came out in 2007, using unique and advanced technologies in some really cool ways. In fact, if you look at this game on high settings, even right now, a game that's 13 years old, it still looks pretty darn amazing. So, Crysis Remastered is coming to the PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. It promises new graphic features, high-quality textures, and the CryEngine's native hardware and API-agnostic ray tracing solution for PC, PlayStation, Xbox One, and, for the first time ever, Nintendo Switch. I know that might sound just like industry jargon, but hey, it's something. Now, we are still waiting on an official release date on this one. We did get a very, very brief teaser announcing that this is coming to Nintendo Switch, but besides that, there's really not a lot more information. Now, this is another one of these things that I'm excited to see a game like this come to the Switch, but there's really not a big reason for me to pick up Crysis. I played it back in the day in 2007, but I don't know. It's one of these things that maybe there is a market for this, but I'm not sure this is going to sell all that well, but who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Now, let me know if you think I'm nuts on this one, if you think this game is going to be amazing, down in those comments below as well. I'm really curious to get your thoughts on this one. Alright folks, that was only a small sampling of the news that you can find today on NintendoWire.com. Some of the other stories we covered today was Nintendo Switch production numbers lower than being predicted, Niantic sharing information on Abra's Community Day, which is coming up very soon. We get some information about Universal Studios and Pokemon shirts, and yes, even Gamecom 2020 being a digital-only event. If you want to see more information on any of those stories I just mentioned, head over to NintendoWire.com, link in the description below, and read those articles right now. Now, this was a slightly new way for me to do the Nintendo Wiretap. I'm curious to see your thoughts on this layout. I do think giving people more information about all of the day's news makes a lot more sense than just covering a big story. But again, let me know your thoughts on this layout in the comments below. I'd love to keep doing it this way if you guys like this. But that's all there is today, guys. I'll see you next time with yet another episode. But as always, until then, stay wired in. Bye, guys.